All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of David E. Taylor Full Frontal Exposure 2.0, where everybody's opinion is still a lie. And I'm wearing my awesome Jim Jones shirt today that says I had a killer time at the Jim Jones Kool-Aid Festival. So yeah, I got a new dope shirt. So thanks to the Patreon. Appreciate you. Thank you. What I'm going to talk about this morning, and I would like everybody to also be involved, like in the chat and everything with it. What we're going to talk about is this shutaway that David has put himself in. Now, anybody that's been watching the channel, cult members alike, people following David, anybody for that matter, David's shutaway is not shutaway. There's nothing biblical about David's shutaway, okay? I actually sent a link over to somebody this morning, and it's about this lady who's been living in the Siberia tundra for fucking like 70 years, right? All she does is live off the land and pray to God. So David talking about being in shutaway for several years. David, this chick's got you beat by fucking 70 something years, dude. So for David to sit here saying that he's been in the longest shutaway, no, I know other people that have been in longer. For sure. So the shutaway, it's not shutaway. And this is it's hiding. David is indeed hiding. And here's a couple reasons why. Okay, one, he's fighting a federal lawsuit. Okay, he owes people money. He's pissed off a lot of people, no doubt. Husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, you name it. David's pissed off everybody's people. David, if I was you, I'd be fucking hiding too, bro. I'd be hiding too. He said lawyers, pissed off people, owe people money, right? I'm sure David owes people money. It wouldn't surprise me if David owes some people money, including the loan sharks out of Florida. The big and one of the main things I wanted to talk about this morning is his health. Here's why. About a year ago, it was probably roughly about a year ago, yeah. Me and the homie Bill Cosby ASMR were talking about, like, fuck, we hadn't seen David in a long time, right? We had seen him on screen. He kept running reruns over and over again. And then we got to talking one day. He's like, fuck, what if he kicked the bucket, right? What if he got really ill or something? And again, I don't wish this on anybody. I don't want David to get sick. But the fact that he hadn't shown himself for such a long time there were a lot of red flags, because what we've known about cult leaders is when they get sick, sometimes they'll put and you can put. I just got done doing a study of reading about how people can request for their rooms not to be made available to the public when they're in a hospital, and that's very true. But what I found out through David's credit report recently is that somebody took a hospital ride, somebody took an EMT ride, and it's on David's credit report. So I'm going to assume it was David. It wasn't going to be Michelle. I don't think it would have been Michelle. It would have been David. I've taken an ambulance ride, and it hits your credit report if you don't pay the bill, right? And I just saw David's credit report recently, and he took an ambulance ride, and the bill hasn't been paid. And he took an ambulance ride in Durham, North Carolina. Now, a lot of things are starting to make sense now. Because about a year ago, when we hadn't seen David for quite some time, and I put a video out about David being sick or possibly have passed away, the cult tried to hit me with the privacy strike, saying I was putting out personal health information, which I wasn't. There's nothing wrong with me saying David's possibly sick or possibly passed away. Now, fast forward to, say, a few months after that. Well, no, even it was before that. So a contact from Ireland got in contact with me. Big shout out to you. You know who you are. This person in contact me said, look, I'm a medical professional. I have been observing David, and he's very sick. I FaceTime with this lady, very smart, very educated, very professional. She lays out her degree. She's like, look, I did work with your guys' Mayo Clinic on this type of stuff. I wrote like articles and research papers about this type of stuff. She goes on to start informing me. She's like, "Look, the first thing is David. He's his health condition is deteriorating. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. Here's why." She was like, "The first thing I noticed on David was the dark circles around the eyes, and not we know that the dark circles. His mom has those too, right? But there's what she said was the bags under his eyes, the big heavy sacs right under his eyes, right here. Okay." She was like, she's like, "I've seen it in autopsies, okay?" She said, "What that is under his eyes is it's literally pools of fat pooling up under his eyelids, his bottom eyelids, okay? You got to look real close. If you look close, they're real distinct, not the fucking dark eyes. I know the dark circles, but deep underneath his eyes there's these heavy bags. Well, what that is, guys, that is what happens when you have hypercholesterol, right? Hypercholesterolemia, right? Hypercholesterolemia, I think is what it is. Hypercholesterolemia, which is it's hypercholesterol. It's high cholesterol, okay? David's cholesterol problem was brought to my attention by this person. She said, "Look, if I was his nurse, if I walked in and saw him, I would put him on I would be monitoring his heart immediately. I would be ordering I would be ordering labs, and I would be putting him on Lipitor and some sort of statin, no doubt. For sure. Without a doubt. He's very ill, guys. David, this shutaway, it's a lot of things. It's hiding, he's sick, and he owes people money, and he's running from legal problems. David has pissed off so many fucking people, and now that the floodgates have opened and people are starting to come forward and talk, guess what, David? You can't outrun this anymore. You can't outrun the lies. You're 35 years of fucking people over. Guess what? It has come to a fucking screeching fucking halt. It's over, David. You're done. It's over. Give it up. Your health is shit. You're not taking applications, and people are leaving. Okay, this is how I know your cult's fucking taking a shit. Also, I was just watching one of your videos. David said you had 97 million fucking followers. Yeah, okay, 97 million followers, and why are your videos only getting like 1,000 views, David? If you got 97 million fucking followers, where are your video views? You got all these countries watching. Where are your video views? I looked at, if David's got 97 million followers, right? Looking at his analytics, and I'll pull him up right now. And he's rerunning fucking Ancient Writings week 53, spamming the platform again. This is how I know David is hurting right now. Okay, so if David's got 97 million followers, why does he only have 1.9 million views on his entire channel? Right? If he's got all these millions of followers, hundreds of millions of fucking followers, David, well, and he's buying his views too. He's buying his subscribers. Okay, I don't know if he's buying his views, but he's for sure buying his subscribers. But David's claiming he's got fucking 97 million followers, David. Well, your channel's only got 1.9 million views, okay? JoshuaMediaMinistries.org has his website that's been revoked by the IRS. Okay, that's real fucking cool. Facebook.com, Miracles in America with David E. Taylor. Fucking scam. So let's see how many. So it says he got 57,000 followers on Facebook. He's not following anybody. Did another shitty Labor Day celebration. Fuck, man. Like they're having a good fucking time, man. Anybody that's listening to this and you're from Houston, guess what? There's a sex cult right there off 45 North. Living in that fucking building. It's ridiculous. Anyways, back to David. So yeah, for 97 million people following you, David, your numbers are full of shit then, okay? But I want to go back to your health and this shutaway. Now, this is the thing. again, and what clicked for me yesterday was the live. If you guys go back, we were looking at his credit report, right? Now I'd looked over this multiple times since I've had his credit report, but there's a charge on there for EMT drive for fucking somebody got picked up and taken to the fucking hospital in an EMT because it's a $3,000 bill. All right, that's typically roughly about an EMT cost depending on the situation. All right, now assuming it was David, okay, what could the condition been? Possibly a heart attack. Something Charlie Victor 19er got a hold of him, and Michelle fucking walked in and found him fucking clinging to life. Said shit. We better fucking call 911. The apostle can't heal himself. How can he? Why would he take this ambulance ride, everybody? If he's the apostle, why is he taking ambulance rides? He should be able to heal himself with this healing ministry. This is very confusing to me. Why is David taking ambulance rides when he's supposed to be the healing minister? Because the thing is David's not going to fucking pay for anybody else to take an ambulance ride except him fucking self. If it was Tony getting sick or somebody else, he'd be like, good luck, fucking find your own ride. It's on David's credit report, so I know it was David. So, I know for a fact David's sick. Everything leading up to yesterday, I don't need anybody to tell me to confirm it. I know David is sick. He's facing chronic conditions. Most likely it could be hereditary, right? But the conditions he's facing is probably fucking chronic heart conditions. He's probably got some lung conditions now, okay? Because remember what Valerie said, everybody? He's always had that fucking cough. Well, you know what that cough is? That's congestive heart condition. When you cough like that all the time, continually, she said it was always kind of this raspy cough too, right? And that's heart condition. That's heart condition, okay? David's overweight. He's not eating healthy. He doesn't exercise. He's stressed. I'm for sure there's some kind of drug abuse involved. Not sleeping. And again, like Valerie was saying, he just eats all the time. He eats all the time. He just eats. Like Cliff was saying, he just eats. And then Valerie says, hey, if it's not a buffet, he'll make it a buffet. To eat all day, every day, you know what that does to your body? It is so bad for your body, David. And he's like, no, it's not. I'm the apostle. It's okay. I can do everything I want. I'm the apostle. No, David, you can't. You can't. You can't just destroy your temple, right? You should know something about that, right? You're an apostle. You know, you're supposed to protect your temple, David, not destroy it by eating yourself into eternity. I know David's sick. Everything the members have told me, sources close to the cult, everything. And it's been multiple people, you guys. It's not me here just making this shit up. It's sources, talking to medical experts, not doctors, medical experts, professionals. You can still not be a doctor and be a medical professional, okay? Ex-cult members, people who have had experience with David or who know him. Everything is adding up. Congestive heart condition with David E. Taylor. Middle-aged black man, overweight, unhealthy. I'm probably sure he's diabetic in there too. So this whole shut-away gig that he's telling everybody, no, it's not shut-away. It's not shut-away. There's nothing biblical about this 3-year shut-away that David's saying. Like, oh, I shut away like Moses did. You know, I'm doing it for 3 years. No, fucking MaxiPad Moses. Moses didn't shut away for 3 years and keep all the secrets from fucking the followers. He went out and preached the word. He didn't sit in his own fucking MaxiPad. I mean, Moses didn't wear a MaxiPad, so. But David, your shutaway is all a lie. It's all a lie. There's nothing true about it. Never has been, never will be. It's just it's a scheme to keep you hidden. Keep your health problems hidden. Keep your lies hidden from everybody. Just saying, David, you got some problems to deal with, and being an apostle isn't one of them. You need to take care of your health. I would, David, if I was you, I would just start eating vegan. If I was you, buddy, I'd start eating vegan. Fucking, I would just go all vegetarian diet if I was you, David. Start eating some fucking high antioxidant foods, just shit like that. You know, you might make it to 70, David. You might make it to 70 if you're lucky. Just saying. You're very unhealthy. And you, David, I know you watch the channel. I know you watch the channel. I know you're unhealthy. Don't try to fucking lie to everybody. Your credit report says it. You coming out of Shutaway, sitting in that chair. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be coming to you from Shutaway. You look like shit, bro. And then again, David, everything you guys trying to privacy strike the channel about your health, the contact getting in touch with me and explaining her medical expertise and your outward appearance, hypercholesterol, the sweating, the profuse sweating, the graying of the skin, all kinds of shit, David. There is a lot of things that are adding up now that you're very, very unhealthy. Okay? And I know for sure, David, that you were having fucking lobster delivered to your fucking mansion, dude. Fresh fucking lobster, you piece of shit. So I know you weren't eating a fucking low cholesterol diet, dude. Steak and lobster all the time. David thinks he's Mr. fucking Suave, but what he's actually done is David has effectively turned himself into a glutton. And not only that, if you apply all the 7 sins, the 7 deadly sins to David, guess what? He pretty much falls under every single one of them. He falls under every single one of the 7 deadly sins. Greed, gluttony, envy, lust, sloth, wrath, and pride. Apply all those to David, see what you get. Is he prideful? Fuck yeah. I'll have to look up sloth and fucking wrath, yeah, because David, he fucking likes everybody to feel his fucking wrath, right? Lust, yeah, he's a fucking sex fiend. Greed, is he greedy? Fuck yeah, he's greedy. Is he glutton? Fuck yeah. Is he envious? Yeah, he fucking wants everybody to envy him. Yes, he is. He is. All the 7 deadly sins apply to David. Oh, no, they don't. I'm the apostle. No, I don't. Me and God, we're homeboys. I don't sin. Okay? I cannot sin. I'm the apostle. The apostles don't sin. It's to think that David has come this far and he can't heal his own fucking health problems. So I've been in ministry for 30 years and I'm the apostle. I have 97 million followers, but I only have 1.9 million channel views, okay? That's it. I have 97 million people watching my channel, but only 1.9 million views. If anybody from the cult is questioning David's being in Shutaway, well, there's a good reason for it. It's because he's fucking sick. He doesn't want anybody to see how unhealthy he is. Why do you guys think he hasn't been at the fucking sanctuary in Taylor? Do you guys honestly think that David could get up and walk that fucking stage back and forth like he was able to back in the day? Nope. You know why? Because David's put on about 200 pounds. He's no longer this skinny David we saw back in the day. David is about 350 pounds and unhealthy. If he got up on that stage and started walking back and forth, they'd have to put him in a fucking wheelchair, man. They'd have to put him in a wheelchair and wheel him back and forth. It wouldn't be David walking. It would be them wheeling his ass back and fucking forth because he's too unhealthy. If anybody's noticed the small space he's in, that's the amount of space that David can manage right now with his poor health. That's it. What is it? It's a small room. What, a 10 by 10 area maybe? Smaller? David can't manage a lot of space. I mean, he can manage space, right? But he can't get up and pace back and forth. Like him saying he's going to do the Amway. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, fucking right, David. You actually think you're going to do the Amway Arena with your health condition. No, you're wrong. The stage isn't finished. That's probably one of your biggest stressors right now, man, is that fucking stage, dude. Again, I want to focus on like your credit report with the health. I'm telling you, man. David, you have effectively turned yourself into a full blown glutton. You have. All the reports we've got about your eating habits, you're a glutton. That's it. You eat all the fucking time. And that's one of the 7 deadly sins, David, gluttony. Like seeing your older videos where you're saying, "Oh, Angelina Jolie and Halle Berry want me to mentor them." Like you were skinny and shit, but now, dude, it just shows what what evil does, man. The power has corrupted you, David. The power has corrupted you and you are possessed. And I'm not religious, David, but I firmly believe you are fucking possessed by a demon, dude. Whatever the fucking demon is, it's bad, it's powerful, and it's motherfucking evil. You are a bad, evil person, David. The maxi pads, the eating habits, the reports of the sexual abuse. David, I've heard some other fucking stories that I won't even tell because I've been asked not to, because they're so fucking nasty, dude. You're you're filthy. You're filthy, David. You're filthy with people's money. You're filthy with people's fucking spirits, their souls. David has effectively become I think, unless somebody can find another cult leader that's worse than David, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. But up to this point, also what I found out from one other survivor recently is that David uses hunger and food as a weapon. If people don't make their closing costs or their cuts at the end of the day, they don't get to fucking eat. So David uses hunger as a form of control and as a weapon, as a cult mind control tactic. And it's effective. It's very fucking effective. To starve people because they don't make your fucking quota. I'm telling you, David, this every time somebody comes forward, David, you know what? There might be somebody coming forward too. I'm not sure yet. There might be somebody else coming forward soon too. We'll see. We'll see. But this one is gonna fucking, if they do, I hope they do. I hope they do. Because what this person told me is the way you did them. Mm-mm. It's fun. David will kick people out of the cult David will kick cult members out for sleeping with the women. That's what I found out. David will kick the members out for sleeping with the women. David, you're a fucking slimy fucking piece of shit asswipe fucking motherfucker. Kick people out of a sex cult for sleeping with the women. Yeah, that's real fucking cool. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna kick these guys out because they're sleeping with the women. Yo, fuck you, David. Fuck you. Fuck your sick, twisted, fucking demented little agenda. We're gonna stop you, David. You probably saw all the one and done videos on you, like, oh, they're just gonna do these one and dones. I'm not, David. I'm here till the fucking wheels fall off, motherfucker. Every time we get little pieces to this story, you know what? It just makes my blood boil a little bit more, David. A little bit more. It turns up the fucking heat in my blood, and it's just like, I'm not gonna physically do anything to you because I don't condone violence. But David, you do have your day coming, man. God is gonna deal with you. Maybe God won't deal with you. Maybe he'll fucking kick you the fuck out. Be like, the fuck out of here. I don't want you. You think God isn't watching us? Us meaning you too, David? Watching us? You're wrong, dude. You think God is your supreme fucking high holy go-to fucking thug life gangster buddy. But no, David, you're just a fucking man. That's it. A man with a fucking huge ego who's never been told no, who's always been told yes by all his little fucking cult cronies. And David, I'm here to tell you, no, you're a piece of shit, you're a fucking liar, and we're gonna stop you. We're gonna stop you. Who, I would like to know, like, what other channels, have actually gone through the troubles to file as many fraud reports as we have on David. Just saying. There's been a lot of people out there who have done shit on David, but haven't actually followed through. And people with professional knowledge, just saying, that could actually help stop this, but haven't. Everybody's like, "Oh, why is he in jail?" Well, how come the fucking right people haven't stood up against it? The church, being one of them, okay? Maybe some financial professionals, tax professionals, mental health professionals. I know there's mental health professionals that have stood up to this. I'm not going to say there isn't. I know there are a couple pastors that have stood up to it, but more people need to stand up to this type of bullshit, especially the Christians. Especially Christians. Especially the church. People who are following God. Doesn't matter. I don't care if you're Catholic, Christian, whatever the fuck. You need to speak up about it. By you not speaking up about it, guess what? You're now allowing the behavior to go on. I'm speaking up about it, and I'm not even Christian. More people need to speak up about this, okay? You have a voice. Open your mouth about it. If you've had experience with David, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Open up the dialogue. Let's see what happened. Put all the pieces together, because you know what? We're going to stop this piece of shit. We're going to stop him. The IRS is involved. I know that for a fucking fact. I'm not fucking dumb. I looked at the records. If the IRS revokes you, guess what? They're asking you fucking questions, okay? That's the process. That's the process. If you don't satisfy the IRS's fucking needs, guess what? They revoke you, and I guarantee you they are asking fucking questions now. Send in the fraud reports, you guys. Send in the fraud reports. Help us do this. They can't. David can't stop us. He cannot stop us from sending these fraud reports to the IRS daily. He can't. If he tries to get to you about it, guess what? It could be possible witness tampering. Because you are carrying out a legally protected activity when you file fraud against these people. You're a taxpayer, right? That's what I tell everybody in this. We're taxpayers, right? We're carrying out a legally protected activity when we're reporting this type of shit to the IRS. You will not face any legal repercussions from it. The IRS, I guarantee you the IRS won't contact you either. Okay? The IRS isn't going to contact you and tell you that they've caught them or what the fuck ever. They're just going to be like, hey, okay, we got your letter. Have a nice day. We'll look into it. More or less. That's what it's going to go down. Or you might not even get a response. If you send them in electronically, I don't think we're getting responses on them. Because usually if you send them in by the mail, you'll get an automated, auto-generated letter, and they'll send it back to you, saying that they got your letter, right? Oh, excuse me, it's early, man. You'll get a letter saying, hey, we got your letter. We look into it, thank you for sending us the information, yada, 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 IRS, fucking what the fuck ever, right? So the letters are getting there, and they are being sent, and there's nothing that they can do to stop us. I've sent in one like a week or two ago. I've been really busy with school, but I'll send in some more. I'll keep sending them in. I know 999's been sending them in, so good for you, 999. Thank you for carrying on the flag, man. I do appreciate that. I'll get some more out here soon too, because that's an important part of this. That's an important part of I think of being a citizen, a taxpayer. Hey man, these guys are corrupting our fucking country, dude. This is our country. Why the fuck are we gonna let these assholes get away with it? No matter how big or how small it is. David's just a small piece of the fucking pie. David's just a fucking pubic hair of the pie. I wouldn't even give him the status of a pubic hair. He's just part of the problem. He's one of the parts of the problem, right? 501c3s laundering money. Using 501c3s to launder money, basically. But David, this was about your health this morning. And I'm going to go and kind of start wrapping it up here pretty quick. David's health is in bad condition. Just to let everybody know, okay? How do I know this? One, because he's tried to privacy strike me for doing videos on it. Two, people have contacted me from survivors of this cult, said yes, he does have poor health. We know it for sure. I've also, from a reliable source, that he is diabetic. That David is diabetic and he doesn't take care of it. Okay? He doesn't take care of it. Another thing that's is confirming this is medical professionals contacting me and talking about his overall outward appearance of his health. And then the final straw for me was his fucking credit report. The fact that his credit report has a charge for EMT, and it's for about $3,000. Now, based on where David was at the time of this, that's about right for a trip to the hospital and an EMT, about $3,000 right off the top. That's including the pickup, the medicine, the coding, all that shit. You're about $3,000 in on an ambulance trip, give or take. Rough, yeah, about $3,000, $3,000 on an ambulance ride, man. And again, we know David has ties to North Carolina because of Paula Dom. So it all makes sense. It all makes sense now. Oh, excuse me, guys. Fuck, I woke up so early today, man. I woke up so early today. Just out of a dead sleep, too. It's because I've got school shit I gotta do today, and I think my mind fucking woke me up. Woke me up dead early. So once this video's over, I'm gonna go sit at the coffee shop where I live. Sit and do some homework, man. Because my it's fucking shot. But thinking about this too with David about the credit report thing, kind of, that's kind of what got me up and go this morning to get motivated and get out of bed. But this whole thing with the EMT on his credit report is a final straw for me that David had suffered some sort of severe medical episode during his so-called shutaway. Then he comes out and he's looking like shit sitting in that fucking chair. David, I'm not dumb. I know what's up. Your health is shit poor, David, okay? So keep that in mind before you come out and start fucking rebuking people about, they're going to die and get cancer and all this other bullshit. Because, buddy, you need to take care of your own health first. And you know what? You also know what you need to take care of is wiping your ass.